Hi, this is Mr. Mitchell. I am your child's earth science teacher, and this is your video syllabus, 6th grade syllabus for science. Hopefully in this syllabus you can learn a little bit about me, a little bit about the class, and maybe it'll answer some of the questions you might have. First of all, I'm a family of 4. You can see here's a picture of all my family. My wife's, many of your children will have her in class for math. I have a child who is a freshman in college, or starting a freshman in college, and a child who is just starting high school. Alex is the oldest, and Zach is the youngest. I am a Christian. I like to fish. In fact, this is my biggest fish this year. And my allegiance goes to Alabama. Roll Tide. One thing I like to do, however, is to teach science. And one of the classes I teach is going to be earth science. What is in earth science, you may ask? Well, here's some of the things we're studying: rocks and minerals and alternative energy sources and erosion and deposition. We also are going to study a lot about the weather, how lightning is formed, how rain is formed, how clouds are formed, what thunder is. Also, we'll study about the ocean, the deep parts of the ocean, the shallow parts of the ocean, and we're headed to space toward the end of the semester, end of the 9 weeks. My bad. Let's make that toward the end of the year. We're going to study the atmosphere, we'll study the moon, scrolling on down, and we'll study farther reaches of space into what we know about the Milky Way and what we know about other galaxies and even what we think goes on in a black hole. Let's talk a little bit about what else is in the 6th grade earth science content. You can find everything that is in 6th grade earth science in Georgia at georgiastandards.org. In fact, I have that pulled up right here. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but if you go to georgiastandards.org and go to Georgia Performance Standards here, it will then take you to the grade levels, I do believe. Oh, no, it doesn't. It goes to science is where you'll go to right here off on the left, and then it'll take you to the grade levels. And of course, this is 6th through 8th, and that will then take you over to 6th grade in just a moment. You have 6th grade science standards, and once you click on that, you have all the standards that happen to be for the 6th grade earth science. And sure enough, it is taking a long time to load, but maybe it'll show up like now. Hey, I got it right. And you can scroll down and see all the standards that happen to be from there, particularly down at the bottom. It's where kind of the meat of it happens to be, right in there in this vicinity here. But not going to talk much about that. So let's go to how the grading is. In middle school honors science, you will have both people who are categorized as gifted and non-gifted in this particular class, but it does have advanced content. The tests, daily grades, and final exam are where you get the grade percentages. The major grades, which are tests and projects, are 55%. CW is classwork, HW is homework, and quiz can count 30%. And then you have an exam at the end of each 9 weeks, which counts 15%. You can see right over here that there is a 7-point curve on the major grade assignments. That's on anything that is in this 55%. Your child gets a 7-point curve on every one of those grades. That does not count for the exam. That does not count for the classwork, homework, quizzes, but it does count for this, and that is because we have advanced content here. And then your overall average will be the average of the 4 9 weeks grades, and that's what goes on your transcript. So, how can you contact me? I realize since your child is in 6th grade, you may have lots of questions about middle school. I'm more than happy to answer what I can. My email is rmitchell@floydboe.net. You're always welcome to call the school, but I have my phone with me all the time, so that's probably the quickest way in which to get to me. And I might not can answer you during class, but I can probably answer you at some point during the day. Hey, don't forget to sign up for the Remind, and I'll show you a little bit about the Remind for this particular class. My 6th graders are in my 1st period or my 2nd period. If you don't know which one of these your child is in yet, you are welcome to sign up for the reminders for both first and second, and once you figure out where they are, I can look on my roll and I can bump out whichever one they're not in. But if you are wanting the remind for first period, you text this message to this number. And if you are wanting to, if you happen to know your child is in second period, then it would be a different one. I'll click on it. Oh, there it goes. If your child is in second period, you click this message to this number. And notice these numbers are very close in number. Looks like that has 2 zeros and first period has 1. But like I said, if you end up getting both of those, I will just kick out whichever one your child happens to not be in. Remind is a cool thing, so whenever there's like a test coming up or some reminder I need to get message home to you or everybody in the class, I can just send that. It shows up on your cell phone, and I kind of like that. Oh, let's see, what else do we have here? Textbook. Our textbook in this particular class is kind of used as a reference book. Sure, we're going to look at it some, but since we are not going to dive into it as much as you might in other classes, I'm not going to issue the textbooks. We have a class set that is in class. Now, if there are many cases where somebody just feels more comfortable having a textbook at home that they can refer to. I have no problem with issuing your child a textbook that they can take home and they have to bring back at the end of the year, and they can have that there. That may be reassuring to them, may be reassuring to you. Just either you or them send me word to do that. Now they have a book that will be theirs in class. They don't need to take that because they're sharing that with someone else. But come to me, or they come to me, and I'll be glad to go to the back and find one that they can take home for the year. I'm perfectly good with that. What would your child need for class on a daily basis? Well, they need a paper source. Notebook of some kind is an example of a paper source, and a pencil. Now, there will be special times when I might say, can you and your group bring this, or they might be doing something for a group project, but on a daily basis, since we're not issuing a textbook to your child, they need a paper source and pencil. Sixth grade science does not really have the need for a calculator in most days, so you do not have to bring a calculator. Okay, you may see this question down here and not know what this is. You may or may not have heard that I use the flipped classroom. So I think I should tell you a little bit about the flipped classroom. In a normal classroom, the teacher relays information in class. And when a student has homework, it's usually about that information that was relayed to them in class. Maybe some kind of practice problems, maybe some kind of project, lots of different things that they could do for homework based on what they learned in class. I kind of flip this, and this is not just me. This is something that a lot of people are doing across the country, but I like it, and I think it fits me as a teacher very well. They get their information, their relay of information at home when they watch a video for homework. The video they're going to be watching is a video that I've made, and I am relaying the information there. So that way they watch the video for homework, and then they come to class and they will do something with that video. And all the things that may be questions to answer, maybe projects to do, things that I think are many times very fun to do, I have more time to do that because they get their information at home and we are working on things that they saw from the video. So the flipped classroom, these videos they can watch on their phone because it happens to be on internet. If you do not have internet access, well, you're probably not watching this. But if you happen to have some internet troubles during the year, I do have some backup plans. The library, and well, this is not our library, but it certainly looks like one. The library has a copy of every video for the entire year, and your child can watch one of the videos there whenever they need to. Also have about 5 or 6 computers in my classroom where your child can come in the morning and watch the video. And you know, if you have some shaky internet, or if you just want to do this, have your child bring a thumb drive. And I have every video for the entire year. I think with 6th grade it's 46 videos. We can put every one of them on that thumb drive, and that way they can take it with them, and they would not need an internet connection. They would just need something to plug the thumb drive into, in which they can watch that. So hopefully that tells you a little bit about the flipped classroom. Now, going with that, you'll probably need to know where these videos are. Here, I have them all on YouTube, but here's probably the best way to get to them. Go to floydboe.net. That's the school system's email, or school system's website. Go up here in the top left to select a school, go down to Coosa Middle School, and click on it. And a few clicks later, you're going to end up finding all the videos that I have for your child for the year. We'll go to Teacher Pages. I am on the Honors team, so I will click on Honors there. And scrolling down, I will find myself right there. And once you get here, you can see some of the classes I have taught. This needs to be updated, but I have updated the 6th grade Honors Science. And once I click on this page, this is the page you probably need to bookmark, because this will take you straight to every video for the year that your child will have. And I'm going to go over I'm going to assign these videos in order. Hey, what a time to have slow internet. This is a perfect example of having the slow internet. But I'm going to go over, we're going to assign these videos in order. So if your child has 6-1 due on a certain day, you can be assured that the next video that they watch, maybe the next night, maybe a few days later, will be 6-2. And I have no problem with any students getting a little bit ahead. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Slow internet, running out of time. Oh, there you go. Well, anyway, here are all the instructional videos that they will have throughout the year. And like I said, they are all on YouTube, but this is probably the best way to get to them, because you don't have to type anything. You just end up clicking on one of them. So that's the one that I end up clicking with. That'll be the first one of the year. Hey, this is a video you might want to watch. I'm having the students watch this in class. How to learn from a flipped classroom video. I think it's kind of give you some good heads up techniques, and it will remind your student not to have distractions while you're watching a flipped classroom video. Now, one thing I'm going to have students do while they're watching these videos is to kind of fill out a note page while they're watching them. And this note page will be something that you can save for later on, and it's something that can kind of keep them engaged while they're doing this. And it's going to be on something called Google Classroom. Now, here's how I get to Google Classroom. I just Google it first, Google Classroom, because I keep forgetting that it is Google dot whatever.
Classroom.google.com.
Well then, that's where it is. Whenever your child comes to their side, and we'll try to get theirs running in the first day or two of school, hopefully, it will show probably just 1 or 2 of these. So in your case, it will be 6th grade. So from there, I will have already put a lot of assignments on there. Some assignments like the Mitchell class info we're doing in class. There's that flipped class video. But here is the first video. I have put the video here just in case they want to go here first, and I have put this note page right here. So I'll go ahead and click on the note page, and while they watch the video, they can fill out the answers on this note page. So I think that's something that can come in handy for studying later. It kind of keeps them involved in watching the video. And you can see what I have. I just have have some blanks that goes in kind of with this summary. Hey, I hope your child has a wonderful 6th grade year. I'm really looking forward to teaching your child's class. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to email me. Thanks a lot.